First of all, should we give you can introduce yourself, but this is Ted Oliver. Thank you for coming from and he's a really fun player. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell your friends every first and third Wednesday of the month we're going to be doing these concerts.
Could you give me a little more juice?
All summer?
A little more juice.
We're going to see how it goes so far. We're booked up till June. And just keep looking at our website. We have it on there too.
Well, thank you, Bart, for having me. For those of you that have been here before know that they have real piano players, and I fall into the category of pretend piano player. I'm really honored and flattered that Sheik thought enough to, and Aaron thought enough to invite me here. Unlike some of the piano players that play here usually, I play differently. I play to involve everybody. As one person said about it, you play to get people to shake their thing. And that's true. That's how I play. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, dance in your chair, do whatever makes you feel good. I'm going to start with a boogie-woogie piece called the Sheik of Araby. Oh,
Just
okay.
put you down.
I told you I play loud.
It's a
You
lot
got
of
that
piano.
mic up all the way.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Here, try that.
Oh,
See
very
it?
good.
See. Okay.
One of my favorite composers of all time is Scott Joplin. Now I was going to play a couple of ragtime pieces here. Joplin was probably the very first international African-American superstar. And I say that, of course, today, with media the way it is, exposure certainly wasn't the way it was back in the 19th century. But even before Jackie Robinson, Scott Joplin broke so many barriers. And he was the first African-American really to be known as a pure artist. A lot of people look at ragtime as a very frenetic, very, almost tense and, lots of energy, and it does. But Joplin turned marches into chamber music with the way he wrote ragtime. So I'm going to play a couple of pieces for you. The first one's Maple Leaf Rag, and the next one you may recognize from the Sting called the Pineapple Rag. That was after Redford had duped the guy out of all the money. He's running around with a suit and everything. So Maple Leaf Rag. excuse me, in 1895. And at the time, American popular music was basically, Stephen Foster, John Philip Sousa, and minstrels, the minstrelsy, which were, we all know what those were. We look at it today as ragtime is being kind of quaint and maybe even a bit corny, but in its day, it was absolutely groundbreaking stuff. Loved and hated by both blacks and whites. And I love that the Maple Leaf Rag sold, I forget how many. Do you know, Barb? Do you know how many? It sold hundreds of thousands of, excuse me, of copies of sheet music. Back before we could download files and file sharing, sheet music was the way songs were spread among the public. And that piece sold hundreds of thousands, just an incredible feat for its day. This next one's called the Pineapple Rag. And I love this because, like the end of the last one, this shows that ragtime can be very gentle as well. It's just not this violent, cascading fireworks that so many people associate. And I love the main melody of this, but the end of it is just so gentle. Oh, there's my wife. how I got into music or playing piano, and it's actually a very amusing story. All my life, I knew I wanted to play piano. From the day I first recognized anything, I would find a piano and go and pick out little melodies, always with one finger. And we'd go to a friend's house, I'd find the piano, run around, try and play it, always with one finger. And I knew that's what I was going to do all my life. So my freshman year in high school came along, and still no piano, no lessons, nothing. I was one of 7, and so we couldn't afford the piano or the lessons. And I was in music appreciation class, and I detested the class, because this is where they put on records and make you just tell the difference between Mozart and Bach. And a 14-year-old, I just didn't care. And I actually had to stay after class for throwing erasers. I was in trouble. And I overheard the art teacher and the music teacher talking about piano lessons in the practice rooms. And I said, well, how can I get in on this? And this was a boarding school, so it was a private school. I said, how can I get in on this? And they said, well, when you come back next year, if we invite you back next year, you can take piano lessons. And so my sophomore year in high school, I started taking piano lessons. And a year and a half later, we bought a piano. So that's how I got into it. I'd like to do a tune. Let's see, what's next? Oh, I want to do a Zydeco tune. Jambalaya. nice when the fam shows up. Let me ask, has anybody been to Lucille's Rockin' Pianos?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a couple of people. Anybody ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you can tell, like I mentioned earlier, I play to get you to clap your hands, shake your thing, you know, sing along, clap along, do whatever makes you feel good. We're going to do a tune now Ray Charles made famous. Really are nice pianos.
You're so good at it too. You're so good.
Well, and the pianos do a little work. my favorite style of music to play is what I call the New Orleans groove. The New Orleans piano players back in the 40s really took